All right, folks, today it is all going to come together. We are going to factor out numbers and variables. So, as you can see in the example up above, with this first one, they took out a 5 from both the 5 and the 15, and they recognized that they could take out three x's from each, right? Because this one has four x's and this one had three, so you could take out a full three from each one.
Can't make it.
So that's what they did. They took out 5x to the third, they sucked that out, and what was left, once they did that, was you got rid of 3x's here, 3x's here, and so what was left was 1x, and of course the 3 after they divided out the 5 from the 15. So let's take a look at a few of the examples. I'll do them with you, and then you guys can do the rest for homework. So for the first one, they told you that the 5x can come out of both of these. Okay, a 5x can come out of both of those. And when you do that, your 5's go away here, and 1x goes away, right? So you're left with 1x there. Here, 5 goes away, this reduces to 2, and both of the x's go away, and you're left with 2. Now, again, you may want to do this on a separate sheet of paper, unless you can write small and neat. It's whatever you decide. As long as I can read your answers, I'm fine with. So let's look next door, and they want to take out x to the fourth here because they recognize that this one has 6, this one has 5, and this one has 4. So they know they can take out at most 4. And when they take out 4 from each of these, remember you're dividing each one by 4, remember our exponent rules. When we have the same base and we divide, we are going to subtract the exponents, right? Because what that means is there were 6 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we divided by 4 x's, right? Which meant that these all canceled out and I was left with 2 x's. And rather than writing that all out every time, you can just know that 6 minus 4 is 2. For this one, 5 minus 4 is 1x. So you could write that in there, but you don't have to, right? Because it's invisible math. Now here, x to the fourth divided by x to the fourth leaves us with 1. And make sure you have a minus sign here that transfers over. Okay? X to the fourth divided by x to the fourth is 1 because any number divided by itself is 1, right? So same thing with variables. Let's do a few more. Over here, we're going to go back and we're going to take out a number and a letter here because we can take out what? A 2, right? Both of these are divisible by 2. They're also both divisible by a. We've got 1a here. We've got 2 a's up top here, but I can only take out 1 because I only have 1 on the other side. So that means I'm going to suck out a 2a, and what I'm going to be left with, on this side, it's going to be 4a, right? That goes away. I'm left with that. And on this side, 2a divided by 2a is 1. Okay? Let's come over to the other side here, once again, and recognize I've got a to the 7th, a to the 5th, and a to the 3rd. So that means that at most, I can take out a to the 3rd from all of these. And when I do that, I can subtract my exponents and end up with a to the 4th minus a to the 2nd minus what? A cubed divided by a cubed is 1. Okay, those are some of the things you're going to want to be careful with. Let's come down to this one because this could maybe throw you a little bit. This one right here. Well, they told you that they're taking out x, y. Okay, so you're going to want to be real careful when you divide each one of these by x, y. Pay attention to what is left when you cancel those all out. Okay, in this case, your y's are going to go away completely, but your x's, you're still going to have one x here. Okay, this one's going to go away. This one, you're going to be left with one y. Here, you're going to be left with an x and a y. Okay, so you're going to want to carefully transfer that over. You're going to be left with 6x over here minus y plus 2xy. I know I'm getting crammed in there, but you can kind of read that 2xy. Okay, so take your time. Be careful with your exponents. Be careful with your signs. Write it on a separate piece of paper if you're trying to cram it all in there, because then you'll end up making mistakes. Okay, happy fact